Hey, what's up everybody, BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I got my stuff, what I needed from Target. Grabbed the $100 that was on there. That's all it really was, $100. On the card for GR. That's all that was left. And you know, I'm feeling alright. Just wanted to check back in with you guys and get another therapy session in. I feel like I'm floating on air. I think it's the stress of everything that I got going on just kind of weighing on me a little bit, coupled with the meditation, offsetting that. That's what it feels like. You know, moving in slow motion, but you know, I feel okay. Just a little tired, you know, and I'm not physically tired. I just kind of feel weary is more of the word about everything that I got going on. So, you know, it feels good to have an outlet as I do here with you guys, man. And you know, just want to not be in a space of fear, man. And I think fear is something that's not only not of God, but it's unnecessary when you know God, you know what I mean? And so when you have that in your mind, that you're struggling with certain things make you fearful, you just got to kind of take some of that stuff and put it in a position of strength for yourself to say, I have God. My fear is not stronger than my God. My concerns are not necessary. That I know the Lord is why. And so, you know, I just thank Him for straightening certain things out, everything out, really. He always does. And you know, I could tell you that even though I just ate a plate of oatmeal, or a bowl of oatmeal, of course, I'm hungry again. So I'm gonna get back in the house and do some light cooking as I always do, and watch the Laker game in a couple hours, start cleaning up the apartment, which really doesn't take any time. I kind of put more emphasis on what needs to be done in terms of clearing that place out than it actually really is necessary, to be honest. Only thing really necessary for me to do is make sure my suitcases are packed. And since I've done this 4 times, I know exactly how to pack them. I got a few more things I'm carrying with me this time, having bought socks and what else? Some more food I think I'm carrying with me than I brought last time. So it is what it is. But other than that, it ain't really a whole lot more than usual going with me. And so as long as my family has got me financially on the circumstance for which they always do, there really should be nothing in the way of me being able to execute this properly. Now it's just about me doing so. And so it doesn't have to be done today. Everything has to be I gotta be out of there by noon tomorrow. And I just thank the Lord for making everything work out the way that it has. It's been so many times where I felt like this and it wasn't set to go as well as this looks like it's about to go right now. And I was 10 times more stressed, and it always worked out. I think for me, it's not about whether or not I trust God. It's just more so about being tired of having to do this every 3 weeks. And just the stress that comes with it, it just wears you down over time. You just keep on going through it. It's like, you know, it's just a wear down effect. I think that's more so real for me than anything else. And so, bump on my head, something's bit me pretty good, and I'm sure you can see it as it's starting to swell up even more. But you know, it's just one of those situations where you get tired of that. You get tired of stressing. You get tired of the anxiety that comes with your stresses. And as somebody who suffers from anxiety, you know, that's all it really is. I'm not any more or less faithful to the Lord in terms of whether or not I think He's going to work it out. My uncle has been so very gracious to me, and you know, making it so that I don't feel too much stress at all about asking Him for what I need. And what I want to do is just pay that forward. Is when if I find myself ever in a position to help, to not only be willing, but to be willing for as long as necessary in whatever forms the Lord gives me the opportunity to do so. I think that's where I can really grow stronger from here. There were times in the past where I didn't want to help people. Maybe I did want to help them, but to a point, and so long as it benefited me. And that doesn't work in terms of being deserving of what it is I've been given. That's not a blessed way to respond to having been given so much in my time of need. And so my time of need is extended, you know what I mean? Given that I've been in this situation for now going on 3 months, and still without a path to having adequate income, since they want to give me $200 a month, which I think is it's just a really bad joke in this state for all of us who are going through this. But I think it's not just about the money amount, it's about the programs that you can get into from being in it, having GR. And so for me, I just need to take advantage of those programs to see what other opportunities are there to get more money, and see what I can get to do to get more help and support that may be necessary for me to fully get out of this situation. So that's it, man. That is really what it is. I'm thankful that God has gotten me to and from to this hotel room in various different places I've gone to these past couple of weeks, given the fact that I've had isolated, dependencies for over a year, 2 years. When I got on this side of town, I had to go through all of that stress. He kept me out the house every day, going to the various different places that I've shown you on this channel, keeping content fresh in different environments. It's really been a blessing for me, and I'm looking forward to taking this show on the road from here too. Wherever he takes me, it's going to be BDF 44 wherever I'm at. And so that's one thing that I can say I'm very thankful for throughout the course of these hard times. It got me out of that apartment and outside to get some sunshine, and ultimately show you places that I've been talking to you about throughout the course of the years this channel's been on. You got to see certain things that you never ever would have seen in that current space if it would have continued. If I would have continued to be able to just stay there and stay there and stay there, I probably would have stayed there and not grown at all in the way that I have, in the ways that I have, in the terms of being comfortable walking down the street and getting on the train and all of that. I had lost a lot of that at Lenox. As you guys know, a lot of that had been just shut out of my brain as it pertains to my comfort level doing things that I grew up doing. And so I feel more like myself in that way again. And I didn't see a path to that last year around this time. I didn't see a path to that. I had locked myself into certain things that I just refused to do. And those things were very simple things for me to have once done as a young person. So we back in that way. I'm happy. I'm out getting sunshine right now, walking to the store like I used to when I lived on Duns, Maryland. It was never nothing to do that at all. And once again, it don't feel like anything to do with it. So that's the beauty of being able to step out of your own head, even if you're forced out of those anxieties, out of those that's isolation or whatever that is for me. You can get used to not depending on being in the house once again. And my friends used to tell me all the time, get out the house. Everybody I know would tell me get out the house. But to want to do so, it took this to want to do so. It took going through this to desire to make it a habit to get out the house once again. And so it is what it is. I'm very much thankful that my head is healing. Even though the healing there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, it's a lot of healing that has already been done. So I'm thankful for that. And with that comes a desire to be faithful to God even more so. And he's having him done so much for me lately. He's done plenty. I just want to show him that I want to be on the right path from here. I think a part of what's wearing me down is the meals and the alcohol. I think it's kind of taking away some of my energy. Even though I only ate that one time that way and drank that one time that way, you can definitely feel it. It's not a hangover. It's just like a lack of energy, and that's not something I'm used to having happen when I drink and eat the way I did. But nevertheless, when you are going through changes of the body and really strict about how you handle things, it can definitely be a difference that you feel when you step away and then come back for a second or whatever. So it just makes me want to kind of stay away from that stuff even more so. Stay away from liquor, stay away from fatty foods that may taste amazing but should only be eaten basically once a year if you're trying to be strict about it at this age. And that's what I'm trying to do, be strict about it at this age. I'm almost 40, and to be honest with you, I can see how people's bodies end up deteriorating at this age because of habits that they use every day that are just culture to us, but really aren't meant to make us feel physically better or mentally better. They're not. And so, as I've always told you guys, I want to stay away from that stuff to the best of my ability. Drinking is not for me. And there are always ways to eat more healthy and still make your food taste good. I don't know if it's going to taste as good as that Thanksgiving meal did, but it tastes good just the same, you know. We just got to cook it right. So, you know, just walking, enjoying my day thus far. It's probably about 1 o'clock, maybe close to 1 o'clock. Game starts about 3.5 hours. Give me enough time to figure out what I want to do with myself. Till then, gotta figure out if I want to do my 100 squats, you know, but not before I get this meal in. I can tell you that. If I do my workout, it's gonna be after I eat because I'm hungry right now. But you know, I encourage everybody to go check out my Laker video. We talked about the fact that we're gonna be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers and all that good stuff tonight. Support the passions. Check out BDF at Apple Music. I think it's BDF 44 at Apple Music. I don't know if I changed it or not, but you can go check me out, see all those 700 playlists I've done. Check me out on Art Deviant, BDF 44 at Art Deviant. You know what I mean? Or Deviant Art, I think is what they call it. I always say the Art Deviant, but it's Deviant Art. And you know, just feeling good, man. Feeling good, not feeling as energetic, but spiritually I feel a lot more at peace than I did a few days ago when I was struggling. Man, you know, it can't be contingent on whether or not people are doing anything. You just got to be thankful to God and let that be a foundation from which good things can happen. And that's what my devotional said this morning, that you more or less want that prayer that is thankful to God to be the foundation for the other prayers that you pray. And that was aligned, very much aligned with what it is we've been talking about throughout the course of the last month or so, is discovering within myself how to be thankful and how to use that thankful nature to be that foundation from which other things can be asked for and accepted and dealt with or what have you. So I'm thankful that God exists. I'm thankful that I'm someone who knows him as a privilege. It's not something that everyone has. I feel like I'm chosen to be a faithful person to God, and sometimes even the most faithful of us find ourselves questioning things that maybe should be just understood, or feeling better. We should be feeling better about things that we just don't feel that great about, that God has already promised us. So I'm trying to encourage you guys to know that you're not alone. If you're struggling with that, or if you don't know of God, maybe you can hear me speak of him and start becoming more curious about what it is he can do for you, because he most definitely exists. And so, yeah, man, you know, put forth that appreciation. Let appreciation be your guide for overcoming difficulties for which appreciation is hard to find. All you need to know is that you have been given something before. And within the unselfishness of that understanding comes a obligation to be grateful and thus thankful for what has already been given and already been proven. You let that unselfishness guide you, and it'll lead you toward every other aspect of your betterment, I believe, and I've been proven that. So that's what I'm thankful for, that God has already given me some, not that I'm sitting here waiting for something and about to get it, but that he's already done it by giving me anything, by waking me up, by giving me to my mother to be born, you know, for getting me through difficulties that I'm not even thinking about right now, but was desperate to get out of and was praying hard to get out of. He did all of those things. And the enemy wants us to forget that. The enemy wants us to think that we haven't been given much. The enemy wants us to forget about all the good things that God has done for us. And we just got to fight that with every bit of our understanding, to know that even though there are things that we could receive going forward that would make us more full in this moment, it's nothing greater than what it is that he is, for which is always willing to give. And so that's what I'm here to tell everybody in this moment. Let the Lord guide you towards your next bit of appreciation. And from there, that foundation for what's good can be possible. So that's pretty much what I got to say. My name is BDF 44. I thank y'all for watching me. I'm out.